Hello, good afternoon, folks. Good evening, good morning, wherever you are, whatever the time it is where you are. Greetings. Today we have just been to Warwick. There's been a protest, a farmers' protest, and this was a national push. According to the best information that we had, it was 100+ places where the protests were happening, and they're trying to engage with the community owing to this 20% rise in inheritance tax to the British farmers. We checked on the map, there was nothing in Northern Ireland, in the Republic. There was nothing also in Scotland, but in Wales and England there was more than 100 sites of the protest, from far north as Carlisle to all of the south coast. And there was a conundrum for us. In fact, initially we were supposed to go to Oxford because, again, their information and communication has not been very watertight. So we were thinking there's probably nothing happening, because we wouldn't want to go out if we don't have good information to go on. But last night we saw some information, so we cancelled or postponed Oxford and decided to go to, I think we had a choice of two. One was Chester, the other one was Leamington Spa. But because of the Leamington Spa's messaging was, of all the bunch, the best. I'd like to put a note there that they are still learning how to protest. Their communication and messaging has been a little bit weak. If they are really going to do outreach, general public, and I don't know about the NFU, but personally I don't trust the NFU. They could be bought easily, and their leadership could be bought by some of the people who are trying to do farmers up. But that's the best defense they have got so far. So the information, like I said, wasn't great. But yeah, we went there, we saw farmers with their tractors and their slogans, stop the farm family tax. And over here, that's the one that's been the most popular, which is no farmers, no food, no future. And that's very true, especially if you then understand what the powers that be, these private public partnerships, Bill Gates, Larry Fink, and many others like that, while they're doing the bidding of the Vatican and advancing the New World Order, in which they will own everything and we will own nothing. According to the World Economic Forum, by 2030 you will own nothing and you will be happy about it. And that's what agenda they are pushing. A lot of the farmers don't seem to know this, and unfortunately for some of the farmers, they would defend tooth to nail even the measures, climate change measures. But like I've always said, the people who are coming up with this, from Al Gore, as far as Al Gore and everyone else, Henry Kissinger, and obviously people like Klaus Schwab, Antonio Guterres, Tedros, all these things, the pandemic preparedness and climate change movement are being pushed under that guise. And some of these guys believe this hook, line and sinker. But like I said, all of the people who are pushing this, they go to those meetings to do and erect and enact laws that are pernicious and hurtful, deleterious to our health, sovereignty and liberty. They go and do this on private jets. I am yet to look at right now. This week is Davos week. I don't know, I haven't checked how many private jets they have had, but last year 1,500 private jets, for people who believe that the earth is on fire, quite literally. I think at best this is the greatest hypocrisy that we have ever seen. So we went there. There was about 50 of these, 50 tractors, and we managed to speak to them. But what I'd like to say, we got there. I managed to squeeze a few words without having understood the structure. But typically, when they hear about books, people get very prejudicial. And at first, all of them walked away. But as soon as I started discussing with them, I even had to remind them that I'm an MSc agriculture, and I know probably a lot more than most of the farmers now in terms of the legislative structure and its history that is now coming back to roost. And I explained, and everyone I had time to speak with changed their mind. I've just been in this car park, and the car next door, I won't show you the car or the number plate because that will be breach of his privacy. But again, he was not a farmer, member of the public, and I spoke to him about this, and the first thing is, oh, no, thank you, I don't want these books. But as soon as I started talking about the issues and how the book, The Great Controversy, especially addresses issues at hand, socially, politically, economically, the whole fabric of our being, this book explains how there is an overreach with the New World Order as it is coming from the beast of Revelation 13, which is the Vatican, and how America would form an image to the beast. And like I said, this cover is brilliant. I think if I had gone to Donald Trump's inauguration, this would have been my book, because Revelation 13 is about how the Vatican is being mirrored by America. And this is interesting. It's almost like there's a line of water, and this looks like now the image, although this is the image. But what has been fulfilled with mathematical accuracy in the very architecture. In front of this is St. Peter's Basilica and the obelisk. In front of this is also the Washington Monument, the obelisk, which was gifted by the Vatican to the Americans to form an image for it. And fast forward now, I think the American Catholic population is about 20% or so. I can't give you the strict figure, but it's around the mark of 20, maybe 24% or something like that. But how come in the United States we now have close to 70% of the Supreme Court justices are Catholic? And you saw it at the inauguration. It was almost like a Catholic affair. Yes, a few evangelicals, but the opening and the closing was Catholic. This is a state that was born on an anti-Catholic rhetoric. So America is now fully formed image of the beast. And what are we seeing? We are seeing President Trump signing that executive order to do with artificial intelligence and putting it in every being of the Americans and at large. Now they say when America sneezes, the whole world catches a cold. Whatever is happening with Trump right now is sweeping across the world. This is why there is this rise of right-wing politics with GB News and all that, and issues surrounding Nigel Farage and Tommy Robinson. It's the trend. In the past few years, 10 years, especially during COVID, and now the trend was a left-wing trend. Now we are going with the right-wing, and we will tell you, and we always do, that we do not do right-wing or left-wing politics. We stand right in the middle with Christ, where the truth is. And like they do their Hegelian dialectic, left and right. So we started the protest in the car park. I managed to squeeze a word just to gain a bit of attention so that I can talk to people. Initially, the initial reaction was people ran away, prejudice, and I don't blame them. Scriptures have been so rubbished, and they were thinking that there goes another quack. But like I said earlier, as soon as I started talking to them one by one and showing them exactly what's going on, especially with the legislative structure, they saw that I made more sense than they had initially supposed. And before you know it, they started getting the books and started clambering over the tractors. Only a few of the drivers refused. Some of them we didn't have a chance because it was going so fast. But they drove from Warwick, then they went through Leamington Spa, then back to Warwick, and we followed them round. And like right now, we are in Warwick at the Holiday Inn. Yeah, there's some supporters for farmers saying hi. Yeah, so we went to we followed them, and we managed to catch some of them here. We've spoken to some of them. Some of them have been quite adolfish and not wanting the books, but some of them have taken quite a lot of books. I like to presume that more than half of the people that were there got the books eventually. Initially, very hard going, very prejudicial, but I'm speaking to all the farmers. Do not judge anything before you see it. And they say don't judge a book by its cover, although these ones, you could literally judge them by their cover and you'll be accurate, but you won't judge them accurately by their cover because they are powerful, more powerful than the covers are. This one is life and death. And this one will show you everything that is being done in behind closed doors, away from our vision, and even some of the things that they are now confident to bring out, including why the 20% of inheritance tax, which is basically forcing farmers to sell, and sell to who? To the billionaires. Who controls the billionaires? Revelation 17. That's the Vatican, the woman riding upon the waters. The waters are the people, and the woman, the church, riding upon the people, and also making them slave and subject to each and every one of their dictation. This is not new. This is the old world coming back alive. So if you want these books, get in touch with us. If you're on YouTube, contact details are in the video or in the description. Find us on Facebook. But get in touch. You will be thankful that you got these books. This will, I'm not saying could save your life, will save your life. It will save your farm. It will save your family. These are the most powerful. Like I said earlier, there is no a more powerful idea than an idea whose time has come. And this is an idea whose time has come. But yeah, these are the books that we were given to the farmers. This one, most importantly, to understand the social, political, economic structure of the world right now, and how all of it is being run by the Vatican for the Vatican, using their many fingers, including America as the #1 finger. And the aim of the Vatican is to make everyone Catholic again. We may be disappointed that make America great again, MAGA, may actually be make the beast, the Vatican, great again. But we will wait and see. And right now, our mandate is to make sure that we resist the encroachments upon our personal liberties, because the Vatican, whenever it gets into power, it's a dark age. It ruled from 538 to 1798, and it was a dark age. And right now, it will be another dark age in this great light, in this enlightenment, where people have got so much knowledge on their fingertips. People are confounded. This has proven a bulwark, meaningful feeling. It's a book that its pedigree cannot be you cannot second guess it. You cannot gainsay it, because this is the book that has brought Loma Linda on the map. And Loma Linda in California is now one of 5 blue zones: Okinawa, Japan, Sardinia, Italy, Icaria, Greece, Korea, Costa Rica. But in Loma Linda, these are the only inner city people, as we have said before, who have reaped those results, and they are losing it a bit because they are sort of deviating from the message, but that's their own fault. But the other 4 do not fully understand the message, and they are under attack. They can't defend. In Loma Linda, everyone who is experiencing this phenomenon of longevity, of extraordinary longevity, 11 years on average, longer than the average person on earth. And they are multiracial. They are from every part of the world, in every part of the continent, proving that it's nothing much to do with genetics, but more so to do with lifestyle. And that lifestyle is biblical. These books, if anything, they prove that the Bible can be trusted 100%, and God is real. They are not wishy-washy, because all of them, both of them, were 100 years ahead of their time, and we are living them. This was the protection from the injections that were being pushed, and now we see again President Trump talking about some of the things that are coming. As soon as his inauguration came, in the very last day of Joe Biden's premiership in office, he signed executive orders including pardons for people like Anthony Fauci. And yet for the first 5 years, they've been telling us that Fauci never committed any crimes. Here's the question. Let me ask you a logical question. If you have not committed any crime, why would you need a pardon? But a preemptive pardon for Anthony Fauci, for all the crimes that he has done in the last 5 years, was given. That's the sort of world we are living in, and that's what this book is exposing. The corruption of Babylon and all its facets. And who is Babylon? In the primary sense, that's the Vatican. And we could talk about it another time and prove it. But also, as it uses United States, the second beast. United States changing from a lamb-like beast, Revelation 17, to now speaking like a dragon. Who is the dragon? That's the devil and Satan. So it is a time when there's a saying, that a quotation that says, there is nothing that is as powerful as an idea whose time has come. And I have got an idea whose time has come. It's the everlasting gospel as given in the Holy Writ and in the spirit of prophecy. I'm not ashamed of the gospel. This is a gospel, and this will show you beyond a shadow of a doubt that the Bible can be trusted 1,000%. And God, as He's expounded and exposed in the scriptures, can be trusted 1,000%. His word, His creative word, can be trusted. May God bless you, and may you support this work. May you do this work wherever you are. I'm encouraging all the Adventists. So like I said earlier on, and let me go back to it, we had more than 100 places to choose from where this protest was happening. What does it mean? It needed, the team that we had today, we needed at least 100 to be able to be effective. From Carlisle to Exeter to Kent to Norfolk, there were so many protests today in their communities, and these are our opportunities. And Sister White urges us to use every opportunity. She says at every large gathering, our ministers should be there and giving out literature and speaking to the people. These are opportunities not to be missed. So I implore you to start the work. Study the local activities and see what opportunities are being presented. They say opportunities look greater going than coming, and some of these opportunities are going, and very soon we won't have them. They will look much larger than they seem to us right now, especially when we can no longer improve upon them. So I pray that may God bless you, and may He help you to make good of all these opportunities. And if you can't do it yourself, if you not trust the ocean, preach to the heathen near you. May God bless you. Blessings. Godspeed and Maranatha.